What will I do? We suspended the meeting this morning, so I'm not calling it to order. Whatever the proper term. We're bringing
Back in session.
we're back in session. I do want to welcome, we got a new member of the press here today. Brett Myers is with us from the Post and Mail. Do want to recognize Brett for being here. And for those of you that don't normally attend, we always start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you join us, please. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, there's a sign-in sheet between Otto and Paul. Would everyone make sure you got, okay. We're gonna start our meeting, as we usually do, with our illustrious county attorney, and that's a good move, isn't it?
That's the best name I've been called
Okay,
this week so
all right.
far, so
Thank you.
thank you. All right, we have had a couple of tort claims, notice of tort claims, since, or one I should say, and then one we've had our lawyer was, I think the last meeting I said we'd gotten sued, and you were all aware of that, and our law firm has entered an appearance, that Stevenson Law Firm out of Indianapolis that represents us on the line. So we're covered on that one, and so we have a new one. I don't know anything about that yet, so
Okay.
but I believe our carrier has been notified, but I'll check on that and see what I can find out of that.
I saw them on the list of being notified, so.
Since our last meeting, I've had two court activities on these junk and trash ordinance enforcements. We had a hearing last week on one, which is, we had some difficulty in this because it was held in a trust, and we had trouble getting service on the trust holder, but we now have and they have partially done the cleanup. The court set this for trial in January, and the lady who had owned it lived there, passed away, and her grandson is supposedly cleaning it up, but if he doesn't, we'll get a cleanup order in January on that one.
That's all we ever asked for.
That's right. Now, Scott got this, had the contractor in on Shaw cleanup. There was a little, I wouldn't know if I would call it controversy, but some of the family, when they went out to do that, showed up and was upset that was taking place. Apparently, they didn't know about all the notices, they didn't know about the court case, and so on and so forth. So the one family member, I faxed him all the information. The contractor we hired for the cleanup, and I'm just making you aware of this in case you may have, or you may get a phone call on this. There was apparently a vehicle that was determined to be abandoned. Now the family says what was actually operational, and there's an issue whether the contractor we hired is going to be able to keep that and dispose of it, or if maybe the family gets it back. I don't know if they requested it back, so I just told Scott to keep that vehicle preserved, and we'll try to figure out.
Hasn't been crushed then.
Yeah, right, it
Okay.
hasn't been, it's not
Okay.
an after the fact request.
Okay.
So, you know how that is in some of those vehicles, somebody says it's operational, well, that's like beauty, it's in the eye of the beholder, you know, is it really
I
operational?
thought it had to be current plated.
Well, I think for our health I think we're legally on good ground to dispose of it, but I'm just saying, rather than dispose of it and without asking questions, I thought I'd tell Scott to hold on to it, and
I like that, yeah.
that way, if there's some kind of room for compromise.
Again, cleanup is what we're looking for.
Correct,
So.
correct. If that could maybe be taken off the property, and the person that wants the vehicle just takes it to, let's say, maybe another county.
Yes.
More than happy with
Cross the
that.
line.
Was that Shankston? Is that the people?
Shaw.
No, the cleanup people.
Oh, I think so, yeah, I'm sorry.
Silver
That's-
City.
Yeah, yeah, right. So, that's my report to you today.